The D in Big D stands for Dak's Declaration. The Cowboys QB says the time has come. We've got the one move they absolutely need to make to put them over the top right now. All that. Take a look at the squad we got working today. Kmart, Jay Will got stuck in an elevator for 45 minutes.
But I'm here.
All right? He's ready to roll. Harry Douglas is up early this morning as well. We begin the only place we can. Madison Square Garden, an absolute thriller last night between the world champion Thunder and the Knicks. And take a look at this. Hey, Kmart, I think SGA borrowed your jacket.
That's my coat for football season, guys.
Is that SGA or Frank White? What's going on?
Here we go. Now, critical moment early in this game, Jay Will. SGA has 2 early fouls, and then should that have been the 3rd?
And just look at Mike Brown just losing his absolute mind. That should have been a charge. That should have been SGA's 3rd foul to get him out of the game in the 2nd quarter.
No question, this was a big talking point. He stays in the game, and then Chet Holmgren heats up.
Oh, yeah, just what you would expect. Chet Holmgren hitting 6 3-pointers in the game.
He had 22 points in the first half, 28 in total. OKC by 10 at halftime. But 3rd quarter, Knicks fighting back. Down to 3. Jalen Brunson falling away to tie the game.
Yeah, pretty much falling in the lap of Fat Joe out there. What a big-time shot.
Back.
Look at that.
Take a look at him falling in. He had 16 on the night. We're tied at 75. Final 10 seconds of the 3rd. Tied at 77. Knicks want the lead going to the 4th. Mikal Bridges, 3-ball, corner pocket, and he's got it.
That was huge, and the building erupted because the Knicks scored 40 in the first half. They had 40 in that quarter.
6 Knicks in double figures last night. 4th quarter, what a game. Playoff atmosphere. Williams for 3. Thunder up 3. 6 minutes left. Knicks down by 5. Big moment here. OG Anunoby taking it to the hole. Allen, looks like we've got an and one, but wait, we've got a challenge.
Yeah, this is one of the 2 smart challenges Mark Dagnall had late in this game. That's one of them. They overturn it, so what could have been a 3-point play to cut it to 2 ended up taking points off the board.
Meanwhile, Anunoby was mad, and he took it out on the rim.
Right.
That cuts the deficit to 3. 2 minutes left in the game. Thunder up for SGA.
Yeah, smooth, man.
He had 26. So here's your ball game now. Under a minute left. Knicks down by 5. They need a bucket and then some defense. Brunson's got the bucket. They're down by 3. 6 seconds left after a stop. Final chance for the Knicks. What's the play that you want? What's the shot that you want?
You want Jalen Brunson, Captain Clutch, and
it's close.
And you want offensive rebound, and
Anunoby, it's good if it goes. But it's just short. And OKC holds on to win it 103-100 in a game that once again had a playoff feel. Allen, you were in the building as you are for all of the games right next to that Thunder bench. How would you describe the drama of the night?
Yeah, I would say that we'll take 7 of those, please, in June, because that type of atmosphere, the drama, the way these 2 teams went at it and fought. 2 teams coming off back-to-back, second game back-to-backs, both of them coming in late that night before, and you still got yourself an outstanding battle on that corner.
It definitely had Game 7 energy. But I don't know, my biggest takeaway watching it, even though it was a great game, came close down the stretch, it still felt to me like there was a sizable gap between the 2 teams. No Isaiah Hartenstein, no Jay Will, no Alex Caruso, and it's the amount of bodies that OKC can put on you. And Jalen Brunson is talented, super talented, but the types of guards that they can throw at him can wear him down, it feels like, over time.
He was off a little bit in the game offensively, but he still put up a double-double. He had a ton of assists. And Hartenstein and Caruso played half the game. They just, in the second half, were not available. The Knicks were missing Mitchell Robinson, a huge part of their defense, but yet they still played a great defensive game. Again, I think this was about 2 teams' defenses, and then it was about, I thought, what Dagnall did down the stretch in those 2 challenges. Keep them in your pocket, use them at the right time. Those were gut punches for the Knicks.
That last charge was a bad call, though. I mean, on OG. I mean, that should have been a
Why
no
not
call.
count the 2, no call?
No, exactly.
Just
That's
count
what
the
it
2,
should have been.
keep it moving.
But once you make the call, it has to be an official call.
Well, you
can't renege on the call.
Well, no, but you could also just say there's no foul. Just count the 2, let's keep it moving. It wasn't and one.
In one way or another, they do wind up calling this a charge. The big decision on the no call by SGA in the first quarter that really changes so many of the things. We'll get to all of those in a minute. But let me just start with the basic question, because I hear what you're saying, Jay Will. The Thunder are the standard. They're the defending champs, and they are the team to beat, the team to catch, the team to everything. Do the Knicks to you, because they're a team that their fans are frustrated because when they're good, they're very good. When they're bad, they have these terrible games that convince everyone the sky is falling. Do they look ready to make a run and win the Eastern Conference to you right now as we get into March?
They look ready to make a run. I still wouldn't have them winning the Eastern Conference. I still think that Detroit has their psyche. It just has their soul. I mean, look, every single game throughout the regular season, when you play Detroit, if you want to make a statement to beat them, granted, the Knicks are playing better. I still would have Detroit favored over the Knicks right now.
I just wonder with Detroit, because they play so hard during the regular season. They play almost at a playoff level, especially against the Knicks. They hate when they see orange and blue. But can they now, when you get to the playoffs and everybody else raises their level, can they go another level, or is that it? We're going to find that out in the playoffs.
But that level has been enough to beat the Knicks.
During the regular season.
In the regular season. See, that's an interesting way. I used to say that all the time about Tom Thibodeau's teams.
Yep.
The Tom Thibodeau's teams, people would say they underachieve in the postseason. I would always say, no, they don't. They overachieve in the regular season.
Right.
They treat the regular season with a degree of reverence and seriousness that too many teams in the NBA do not. So they give you an impression of who they are, and then they don't have another level to take it to in the playoffs. Maybe that's what you're talking about with the Pistons here, when the lights come on, and maybe Jason Tatum comes back, and maybe the Knicks, this defense that they have that's coming on a little bit. East is going to be good.
And I'm game planning for you game after game. I have days off in between. There's no schedule issues. So there's a lot of things in the playoffs that change, and we're going to see if Detroit can take it to another level.
We're going to hear from Mike Brown a little bit later in the hour here, as we have a lot of time to dive into this game a few different ways. But the officiating it certainly was a topic while the game is going on. Is it something worth talking about the morning after? The third foul not being called there in the first quarter, and in any other way, SGA is always something of a lightning rod for them.
I think if you're a Knicks fan, there were two critical calls. Obviously, the offensive foul on OG Anunoby, which honestly I thought was a no call, and then the mischarge. I mean, and I know it's in the second quarter.
That
was a huge missed call.
Third foul.
I don't know how you missed that call when it's so blatant. And Jalen Brunson is stationary. He's been there for a year and a half, just sitting there praying, waiting, and there still was no call.
He drew 3 charges in the game after that. Like this is what he does. He leads the NBA in charges drawn. So he is somebody that understands how to do that. That's his best defense. And in that moment, you're thinking, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is taking over the game a little bit. Hard to guard. If you get that third foul on him, how much does momentum swing to the favor of the home team? But it did wake the building up. It got this place suddenly now where you had an enemy. Nobody loves the villain like the Garden does. And that's what the Thunder became after that moment. That's what SGA became in that moment. And I think that's something to also consider. The Thunder are becoming that team.
Well, he's 7-0. He's 7-0 in that building.
No.
He's undefeated in that building. Undisputed champion in that building.
That's right. But I think around the NBA, though, because, look, when it happens in New York, it's a little bit more magnified. They are becoming that team you love to hate. They really are.
There's nothing better for the NBA than that.
Okay, see the villains?
Did you miss Dort versus Jokic?
I hear that, but I don't know if they're villains, though. I don't know if they have the same vitriol as other teams.
It's what they do and how they do it, and an arrogance the way they play. And I also think the league needs this. I think it's great. Because they are great. They're great at everything. They're better than you at everything.
That's it. That's the two things. There's two things you can say about OKC. They're better than you, and they know it.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people sometimes may not like it. They're going to have to learn to live with it. Much more hoops with these guys as we go. The big story